Hi there, this is Vahid from VRF Education channel, and today I'm going to continue our discussion on parallel execution in Qt framework. In previous session, we got into QtConcurrent module and we see how we can use this module in order to do things in parallel. We've learned about run method of QtConcurrent module, and we said that if we want to get result back from the concurrent execution, we need to use another class named QFuture. QFuture has a lot to check, and I will get to this in future after we check the map and filter function of QtConcurrent. But today I'm just going to start of using QFuture in order to get result back from a thread that run using QtConcurrent run method. So let's go to Qt environment and see how we can get result back using this class. Okay, let's see how we can get result from the helper function, the function that gonna run on the other thread using QtConcurrent run method. So what does it mean? Here I created a helper function that iterates a number of items and write the current index of the loop in the output. And between each iteration I skip 200 milliseconds. And here I provide a method named doWork to the outside of the class. It's a public method, and when I called it, a new thread will be run and run this function in that thread using QtConcurrent run functionalities. So let's change the code a little bit, and also I made a change in the UI. Here I added a list box here, so when you click the message 1 and message 2, in addition to showing the message here, I'm going to add the action inside the list widget also. And when I click the run method, when I clicked it, it just called the doWork method, the public method that's gonna initiate our thread. So here I'm gonna say that instead of void, I'm gonna return an integer number, and here instead of printing current index to the output, I wanna sum all those indexes together and save them inside a variable named sum. So to get result from the run method, we need to define an output. Let's see what if I use the auto keyword. Auto result equal to QtConcurrent run method. So let's stop ILO. So here, if I just move mouse or put mouse on the result, you can see the type is QFuture, a generic class that says I'm gonna have some value of integer inside this class. What if I change this type to, for example, float? And also here I'm going to change it to float. Let's see what auto interfere. It says, okay, your result will be a type of QFuture float values. So this is generic values, and using that I'm able to get the result from QtConcurrent run method. And here I'm gonna return result dot result. Okay, this is the type of its method is int, based on the things that we created here. For example, I'm gonna call QFuture of type int, QFuture of type int, and then the result will be cast to integer values. And also let's say that doWork gonna return a value. And again, in the main window, after calling doWork, I can save the result and say ui.lst console.add item qstring or qstring result is res. I'm going to show the result inside the list widget also. So let's run the application. If I press run, you can see the UI freezed. Okay, and after that it says that result is 0. It's not correct. Oh, I forgot to change it. It's something like this. Should %sign, and let's try it one more time. The thing that I want to show is that when we are waiting for the result, the UI blocked. So QFuture is somehow a blocking operation. So the UI blocked, and if I click those messages button, you can see after the result shown, those clicks also works. Let's try it one more time. I click these two buttons a couple of times, and after the result is calculated, those clicks also applied and messages will be shown inside this list widget. So keep in mind that if I want to get the result from the QFuture directly, my code will be blocked and also my UI will be freezed. In order to prevent this situation, Qt provides another mechanism that we can get the result back from the concurrent execution. For this purpose, you just need to add another class into your class. The name is QFuture Watcher. QFuture Watcher. That's it. Using QFuture Watcher, we can get a lot of capabilities. We can get full monitoring on the thread execution or the concurrent execution. For example, let's see what we have here. There's a lot of signals here. For example, finish, started, cancel, suspending, progress value change. This will be useful when we're using map and filter functions, and we will get into this in future sessions. And also, there's a lot of methods that can get what is the current situation, or we can get some decision based on this method. Is the process finished, cancel, or other stuff. And also, in this specific situation, it's going to help us to not freeze our UIs, and after the process finished, it's going to inform us so we can get result back to the caller functions. So let's see how we can do this. Here I'm going to create an instance of QFuture Watcher, and I'm going to say you're looking for a QFuture of type int, and the name is Watcher. And just before starting the QFuture Watcher, I need to connect the finished signal of QFuture Watcher to a slot inside my class. So here I'm going to create a slot, and the name, for example, is process finished. And here I'm going to say just print the result to the console. Result is underline watcher.result. And here, before just starting the thread, I'm going to say connect ampersand watcher, and the signal is QFuture Watcher int finished to this class, and the slot name is process finished. And after calling the run function and getting the QFuture Watcher, I'm going to say, okay, underline watcher, I'm going to give you a watcher future option, future instance, and monitor this future for me. So this is how it works. And after that, I'm going to change this output to void one more time. Void. So let's run the application and see the result. So when I click the run, you can see UI is not freezing. I can work with these buttons, and after a couple of seconds, the message will be printed in the console window. Result is 150. So this is the way that we can get result back from one thread that is running using QtConcurrent run method. You might think that, yeah, I can do this using signal and slot in my class without using QFuture Watcher. Yeah, that's true. But you can do this for this simple task. For the other options, such as the progress change, cancel, start, and other stuff, you are not able to do this simply. So it's better to use QFuture Watcher to handle this situation. And we're gonna get into these slots when I'm gonna tell you how we can use map in QtConcurrent. So this is just enough for now, and I'm going to use run with some already exist classes and methods. For example, imagine that I'm going to split a qbyte array based on one character. Let's see how we can do this using QtConcurrent. Okay, let's do the first sample without using QThread. I'm going to main window. Here, when I click the btn message 1, I'm just going to create a byte array named ba equal to a string named test, comma test, comma test, and comma test. This is a string that I want to split it based on the comma character. So the thing that we can do in normal situation is to say the auto result equal to ba.split and send the character, comma character here, and after that I'm gonna I'm gonna say qdebug and print the result. So the output is obvious, and we have a list of strings or byte arrays. I forgot to, yeah. You can see I have a list of a string with 4 different elements, 4 different test items. So imagine that this is a lengthy operation and I want to do it in another thread. Instead of creating an instance of thread and do this thing in that thread, we can simply do what? Let's go back to our do work method. Here I'm gonna create it, and this time instead of running the sample thread helper function, let's commit it and make a copy. And this time I'm gonna call qbyte array, and then call the split function. The instance is BA. I'm gonna call it on B, and the input parameter is comma. And here I'm gonna change it to auto because it's a Q string list. Auto. And instead of watching for this one, I'm gonna print it directly to the output. Result. So that's it. Let's run the application and see if it works or not. I'm going to run this one. If I press run method, you can see again a queue list of 4 different strings appeared in the output. So it means that I just run this lengthy or this method from another classes in a thread without using QThread classes. And as far as I remember, to use a function with this run if on another classes, you need to be sure that this class is made as const, as far as I know. Okay, and this is it. This is how we can use run method with the other classes and other method inside another classes. So I hope you enjoy this session, and in next session I'm going to cover how we can use map function inside QtConcurrent. That's very useful when we are working with a list of objects and we want to apply same logic to all elements inside that list. Okay, till next session and see how map works. Goodbye.